Jason Hernandez is a big believer in second chances. Without them, he wouldn't be here today. The McKinney native followed his older brother JJ's footsteps, a path that eventually led him to federal prison and a life sentence without parole.
When I was growing up, this is a very impoverished area. There's not doctors or attorneys or business owners or anything like that. So in 1992, at the age of 15, I stood on this corner, 100-degree weather, sold my first dime bag of marijuana. Then in 1993, my older brother, JJ, was arrested. And when he was arrested, at the age of 16, I took over his drug distribution ring and went from marijuana to cocaine and crack cocaine. And I hate to say it, but I was kind of good at selling drugs, so I had like my own little organization. And in 1998, the federal government indicted me for being the lead organizer of a drug distribution ring here in McKinney, Texas.
While serving his sentence, Hernandez's life took a drastic turn.
My older brother, JJ, had been murdered by 3 other prisoners. And at that time, I had thought about committing suicide, taking my own life. But it was at that moment where I said, you know what, I'm not going to take my life. I'm going to get my life back. And I'm going to do everything possible to get out of prison and give my brother's death meaning. After
being granted clemency by President Obama, Hernandez was born again.
And then the warden comes in, and the warden, he has this paperwork in his hand, and he's like, "Are you Jason Hernandez, inmate number 07031 078? And I say, "Yes, sir, I am." And he goes, "Well, I have an executive order from the President of the United States commuting your life sentence from life without parole to 20 years. That," he says, "son, you're no longer going to die in prison." And just cried like a baby.
He now runs multiple nonprofits and a grocery store, all in his hometown of McKinney.
Initially, I started At Last. At Last stands for Aspiring Texas Latinos Achieving Success Together. And the At Last program is something that I felt that had when I was growing up, that I wouldn't have went to prison, that I would have thought higher of myself than just being a drug dealer or a gang member, but I would have seen myself as a doctor, an attorney. So At Last has evolved into which I guess you could say a nonprofit grocery store called La Tiendita. But I say that we're more than a store because we're a nonprofit grocery store where we do sell our items for profit, but those profits go back into funding our programs. One is our interns. They do get paid. We have items in here which are our dairy products, our eggs, our fruits and vegetables are all at a reduced cost to people here in the community.
Hernandez continues to feel a sense of responsibility and motivation.
I was released in 2015. I'm back at the store where I was selling marijuana at, and now we're from selling marijuana to selling now broccoli and lettuce. Instead of pushing dope, we're pushing hope.
For BPA News, I'm Sarata Manabotu.